Today we'll be reviewing Harbor Freight's Drill Master Angle Grinder. This is an interesting product for price wise. It's not going to be your high-end power tool. It's not going to be a Dwight. It's not going to be any kind of those high-end $100 power tools or even more expensive tools, but it's a tool that gets the job done. If you purchase any items from Harbor Freight, you'll know that quality wise they're not that great. However, they do get the job done. Today we're going to be reviewing the angle grinder and how it works. This one in particular was purchased a couple of days ago. They had a special and I used a 25% coupon off as well. I got it for around $10, which is a pretty good price. I was actually debating whether or not to go to pawn shop and purchasing a used one, but for terms of specific power tools, sometimes I like getting them new just so that I know the condition they're in. And besides, the Harbor Freight store that I went to offers me a 90-day return policy. I was debating on getting the warranty. I have gotten warranties for previous Harbor Freight tools and they have come in handy. However, I know that I'm not going to be using this particular angle grinder as often as the other tools, and therefore I didn't get it. So in the box you will actually receive your instructional manual and of course your tool to be able to take off the grinder. This here is going to be the grinder that comes in. It feels heavy. It's not as heavy as other ones. What I did notice first of all was that after using it, or while I was using it, I was actually able to use one hand and actually grind the object. So there have been other grinders that I've used in the past that have required me to use both hands. However, this one in particular was pretty light, and of course, you do feel it feels, it feels okay. The plastic itself, it's a nice grip. It's kind of soft, but it's not high-end metal or any of that plastic as well. But the guard itself is pretty good. This is actually the disc that I purchased, a 120 grit. It's a flat disc, and I did purchase this one from Harbor Freight. It is a 4-inch. This one does offer a larger size as well that you could put it. It's very simple to install. I mean, it comes with its handle, that you're able to place on both sides. But the plastic, of course, it's a hollow type. It gets the job done. That's the important thing. So I've been working on a homemade knife for a while, cooking knife, and this is it. If you can notice, I've been using the grinder. Of course, I accidentally got the wrong one by mistake, and I forgot the other one. I was supposed to get a different grid, but this works fine. So I did start noticing a couple of things. You can't really put a lot of pressure on when you're grinding for some reason, or not for some reason, but of course because of the quality of the product. It's not going to have that kind of resilience as the other ones, but it gets the job done. I've been using it and it's been working out pretty great. I haven't had any issues so far. It works what it's supposed to work. It grinds pretty well. Of course, like I've mentioned, it's not your high-end product, but majority of my tools are from Harbor Freight because they're inexpensive and I don't use them as often. If I were to use a tool specifically, every day, then I would get, something from Lowe's or Home Depot. Just because it's higher end. However, I have nothing against Harbor Freight tools. They have helped me out so many times and the warranties are amazing. I know in the past I ended up purchasing a drill and the light was messed up that it came with, so they just told me to bring the whole thing and they swapped it off for a brand new one. So same thing with this. If anything happens with your tool, you can actually just go return it and they'll give you a brand new one. This one in general, I am planning to use it a bit, but not that much, just because I'm not grinding a lot of things right now. But this, I just wanted to inform and do a quick review of Harbor Freight's Drill Master. I like it. It gets the job done. It's not high quality end, but if you're using a job here and there and it doesn't require you to use a lot of force, I would really recommend it. If you find it a coupon as well, sometimes they have the 20% off, go ahead and use it. You could get one from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken, for about $20, but I mean, hey, $10 with a coupon does the job and gets it done.